What's up, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to another video of As Always Aleia, where we always keep it real. Now guys, in this video we are going to be snipping my ends. Honestly, I was going to do this off camera, but I think it's very important for you guys to see the process on how I go about trimming my ends. It has been entirely too long. I think like a year since I trimmed my ends. Last year I did get them done professionally back in like November, so it's actually been over a year. So it's just time. My ends are looking horrible and I'm gonna go ahead and do it on camera for you guys. But before we begin, I do want to just give you guys some tips of why it's important to trim your ends. Okay, so the main reason why it's important is because your ends kind of weigh down your hair and it's dead. So like, why do you want to keep that on there? For me personally, I just really haven't got around to it. I personally prefer my ends getting professionally cut. I actually did have a scheduled hair appointment, but my stylist broke her thumb and she had to cancel the appointment. So maybe I'll go back to her next year. I don't know. But for right now, we're just going to do it ourselves. Also, like, it's important because it just messes up the style. Like, you can kind of tell at the bottom, you can see clearly that like they need to go. So we're just going to be doing a little snip today, not too much, nothing crazy or anything like that, but I am going to try my best to get these in order so you guys can kind of just watch the process on how I trim my ends. I prefer to trim my ends on dry twisted hair. It's just easier for me to kind of see where I need to cut at. I'm, you know, not 100% sure, but we gonna figure it out. This is easier for me. Some people do it on wet hair. Some people blow out their hair and then try to trim and make it a little bit more of an even cut. But me personally, I'm just gonna go ahead and try my best to trim my ends on twisted hair that is fully, it's about 90% dry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and separate it so everything else is kind of out the way, and then we can focus on like one twist at a time because I don't want to cut off anything extra or that's not necessary. All right guys, so I do have my clips right here. I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna part it right down the middle, and then we'll just focus on one section at a time, one twist at a time I should say. I get like nervous when I'm trimming my ends because I don't want to trim off too much. I love my length. I like seeing how much my hair has grown, so me just like trimming it off makes me feel like I'm getting rid of some of that length, but I just have to remember that I'm doing this for the health of my hair. This is what I'm going to be starting with. It's just 3 of them. Some of them might not even need to be trimmed, but we about to find out. And here we go, guys. I'm sad. All right, let's begin. So here is the first one right here. You can tell at the bottom, kind of like right here, it's thin, it's frizzy, and it needs to be snipped. So I'm actually going to snip off this much on this one. That's probably about 1 inch, maybe like even 1.5 inches. Oh my gosh. When it starts to get thin, that's when you know you need to cut it. You want a nice thick twist, and my hair don't look like that. So let's just go ahead and do the first one. I'm going to say a little prayer. If you guys excuse me, God, please don't let me mess this up. Amen. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and snip it, and I'm snipping it right where, I don't know. This is why I don't like doing this. Okay, I'm going to snip it right here. Right here, y'all. That look good? Right there. I snipped it. Okay. That actually looks a lot better already. I'm not gonna lie. That looks a lot better. Okay, so I'm actually a little bit happy now. And this is how much came off. Right here. Alright, let's keep moving. So here's our next section. This is how this is looking. This isn't too bad, but I am saying probably like right here probably needs to go. Again, it's a little bit frizzy. It's the ends and it's just time. So let's go ahead and snip this off. Oh, that looks a lot healthier already. I'm collecting them. my little pieces of hair. So here's our last one in the back. Oh gosh, these are looking crazy. I think just like right here needs to be trimmed. Right there. So I'm gonna trim it right here. Just like that. I think that a little bit more could have came off, but I'm not about the OD. I can't do it, so I trimmed that much off that time. Something's telling me to snip that little piece off, like right there. But it's fine. I'm not snipping it. I snipped enough. Alright, y'all, so here's the ones that I trimmed. They already look a lot better. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Did not think it was going to be this hard. Okay. But, man, I will admit, it does look a lot better and a lot healthier. That looks a lot healthier, especially this one. Wow, see how it's even all the way down? That's what you want. That's what you want. We are making progress. I only cut off like 6 and I have like a whole little hair thing right here, guys. I'm gonna have to like bury it in the backyard and say a little prayer over it. Okay, I get sentimental about my hair. This is my crown. Leave me alone. Okay, so now we're getting up to the hard part, because the front of my head, oh my god. What is that? Thick, 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 and then like thin all the way down to like here. That is like 3 inches of hair. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but I did transition, so I just cut off slowly by surely, and I'm still 6 years in. I'm still transitioning. Like, you can see all that right there is just it doesn't curl. It's just dead ends. Like, it needs to be trimmed today, and we're gonna do it right now. I think it needs to be cut like right around this area. It's even sad, like you can tell it's just going down. Like this is crazy looking. So we're gonna snip it right here and just see how that looks. 3 inches, maybe more than that. Whew, looks a lot better though, I'll tell you that much. Look at that. There's like 3 inches of hair that I just chopped off. Look, y'all. Rest in peace to my hair. What is that? Like, what is that? We're gonna cut right there. You see it? Right here. Right there. That's how much I chopped off of that one. This is a lot of hair. I just have to keep telling myself it's okay. It's for the good of the good. It's okay. We snipping today, y'all. We are snipping today. What is that? What is that? These are horrible. So that probably like somewhere in this area needs to be cut. I'm gonna cut it right here. Y'all think that's too much? I don't think so. No, maybe right here. Pile is getting bigger. The pile is getting bigger. Wow, look at my ends. I'm like low-key happy that I did it, but it is hard. It is not easy snipping away, especially when you like low-key don't really know. I think we're doing really good though, guys. Leave a comment below if you think I'm doing a good job. If not, comment below and tell me what I should change differently for next time, but I think we're doing okay. So I'm just gonna start right here in the front and then work my way to the back. This one's not too bad, but you can still see that frizziness on the end. That's what needs to be cut off. And like right where the curl starts to ravel, that's where I'm cutting it at. So right here at the end, that's where it's getting cut. And just know that it's hair, it'll grow back. You're not cutting off a crazy amount, but I am cutting off like a little bit of a lot of it. It's a little bit of a lot of it to me, okay? So here's the next one. Again, a crazy looking one. Picking up a little bit of speed. Y'all, we picking up a little bit of speed. Wait a minute. I ain't comfortable yet. I don't know what's going on down here. Again, another one that's just like long and kind of dead. In the middle of my head right here, this section was like really damaged, and you can tell like this is like all the dead part that's still like transitioned, and then you can see like the new growth as well. Like you can literally see thick, thin. So we're gonna see where we need to cut this one. I think it needs to be cut right there, kind of where it's like making that like angle at. That's a lot. This is probably like my longest one yet. That's a lot of hair that I'm about to cut off. So we're gonna cut right there. That was a lot of hair, but look how thin it is. It's just it's looking real I hope it's looking real Don't be getting comments like you cut too much off. Listen, Linda, that one doesn't need to be too much. Just right here where it's frizzy at. Right there. Look at those ends, look at those ends, look at those ends. All right, so this side is completed. You guys want to see how, oh, it looks really, really good. Wow, it looks really, really good. I'm happy. So I'll show you guys a before, well, this side versus this side. Okay, y'all, so here's a comparison, this side versus this side. It doesn't really look like I lost too much length, but this side looks a hella healthier than this side for sure. This side just looks really stringly and straggly, and this side just looks thick. So we're gonna go ahead and now pin this side up so I don't cut off anything else extra. Comment below your thoughts if you think I'm doing good, if you think I'm doing bad, if you guys can actually see a difference. Like, the length is still there somewhat, but it's okay, it'll grow back, you know. You really can't tell. It's like a little bit shorter, but it just looks like a whole lot healthier. So let's go ahead, pin this side up, and we'll start breaking down this side so we can trim. And by the way, this is all the hair that I cut off that side. My babies. I feel like where it like starts to droop, that's where you need to cut it at. It's literally like an L. Like, what is going on? There it is. All that off. Lord Jesus, I'm getting a little scissor happy, y'all. I think that was a little bit too much. It's the next one. Again with the drooping. like it looks like it's just like a dead tree or something. It's all limp. Like, it ain't, it's hatty for that. Say goodbye to the dead ends. How long it's getting, man. We just gotta chop it all. Like, are you sure? Are you sure we gotta chop it? Alright, let's do this. Whatever that is. I'm like embarrassed to show you guys. Like, what is that? Like, that really is my natural hair. That looks crazy. So all that is gonna come off. That's a lot of hair. This is cray. I didn't know it was that bad. I don't know if I'm cutting off too much. I have no idea. This is crazy. Like, what is that? Oh my god. What is that? I got scared. I wanted to snip a little bit. It's still thick all the way down. I just don't know why it's doing that weird bendy thing. Like, that looks crazy. I'm cutting off a lot. I don't even know if it's even. I don't know what's going on. Man, when I say my hair is getting crazy long, I feel like that's why I'll never grow past a certain length, because every time it grows, I cut the ends. It like bends. It literally bends where I need to cut it at, right here. Like, what is that? I don't even know where. Man, I gotta cut all that off. How many inches do you guys think that is that I'm about to cut off? That's a lot of inches. And you could tell it's just like flat. They're all making little L shapes, so I feel like they need to be cut where the L is, right? This is not a trim. This is a transformation. This is crazy. That's something. Last two. And this is the last one, the one that looks like the most crazy. What is this? What is going on? All of this needs to be cut off. All of that. This is crazy. That was a lot, y'all. We taking off some inches. This is not a trim. This is a transformation. Alright, so let's see what we're working with. Here it is, y'all. Ooh, yes, baby. I am so happy that I trimmed / cut / trim transformed my ends. I am happy. This had to happen, and it had to happen today. I just hope I didn't miss anything. But like, I really think that they look fine. I'm not mad at it. They just look so much more healthier. And that's what like my whole thing is, like hair and health. You have to have healthy hair. You have to be willing to let go of those dead ends, you know, all that baggage you carrying. You gotta let it go, man. You feel like a new you know. It's a little short, but I feel like a new me. But y'all want to see what these ends are looking like and how much I cut off? So this is this side and this is this side. And these are how it looks together. This is this side and this is this side. And this is how it looks together. They had to go. I might put this in a little bit, a jar or something, and collect it. But I cut off like a lot of hair today. Some pretty long ends. Even like filling it, like you could tell it doesn't even feel like how the rest of, like it's not soft. It's like you know, it's real But I cut off some pieces today, y'all. I had to let it go. What Keisha Cole say? Let it go. Alright guys, so I hope that you enjoyed watching me snip my ends and cry because I didn't want to let it go, but I'm happy that I did. This was an experience, and I didn't even need to go to the salon and spend some money. I just did it myself. I definitely recommend that you have a good pair of shears. I didn't use no kitchen scissors or nothing like that. These came right from Sally Beauty. They're called Utopia Care. See it right there. But get yourself a nice pair of shears. The more you pay for them, the better and the sharper that they'll be. So don't be cheap trying to spend it like $5. Like, you know, go ahead and purge on it because you're going to use it over and over again. Alright guys, so if you like what you saw, again, please like, subscribe, and share. We are popping over here with our trim / transformed ends. I cannot wait to just see my hair grow. It is the end of this year, so I'm going to try to stay on top of trimming my ends so I don't have to cut off that much because it's been like an entire year just about. Your hair does grow. You can tell it grows. Just make sure you're cutting it as it goes along. If you don't know what to do, watch YouTube videos, go get it done professionally, or just, you know, go for it like I did. I just went for it. I was one with my hair, and I know that sounds like really corny, but I was one with my hair, and I kind of like really looked to see where does it need to cut, and every time I saw that it was like drooping like a dead flower, snip it off, you know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid. But guys, I am out of here. I hope that you stay around to watch some more of my hair videos, but without further ado, my name is Aleia. This is As Always Aleia, where we always keep it real. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.